can beat it. I will beat it. I must. I got a family to live for. I ain't through yet. My life ain't over yet. There's some things in life you don't need no degree for. You don't need no money for it. You don't need no support for it. There's some things in life you just gonna get through when you tell yourself, I'm gonna get through this.
Regardless of what happens to you in life, regardless of the adversity, regardless of the opposition, regardless of the trial and tribulation, nothing can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you. No situation, no circumstance, no piece of adversity can define your life. Never let a circumstance define you.
And I'm not retreating. I'm not running. I don't care what they say on paper. I don't care if you say we outnumbered. We live by this and we die by this. We don't retreat. We don't run. We gonna stand, we gonna live, and we gonna die by what we stand for, and everybody gonna know what we represent and what we're a part of.
I got staying power. I got staying power.
Be encouraged today that no matter what you walk through, no matter how broken your marriage is, no matter how many times you failed,
there is within you a spirit that is greater than whatever is going on around you.
If you would be
Hello, good evening guys. Good evening team, good evening everybody in the house. Chalo, let's get started. Good evening team. Let me post this internally, copy invitation, going to WhatsApp, and let's go. We are live team. Okay, chalo, it's going to be a useful session every single day. Becoming better, pushing yourselves, advancing in your life, moving closer towards your targets and hitting it right. We are live 19th April, 9 p.m. Okay, let's go. 9:03 on the clock. Okay, so chalo, who do we have in the house? Good evening Naveen, good evening Julie, good evening. Aur kaun hai bhai? Good evening Priyesh, Prajwal, Bhavit. Good evening Purushottam. Next, good evening Shenu, good evening Aniket. Okay, good evening Divya, Jande, Nakul. Good evening all. Chalo, let's get started. Okay team, so chalo, it's already a few minutes past 9, so we will straight away get on with our topic for today. We are going to touch 2-3 important things. Okay, one is, let me move this aside. Okay, so first, yes, we will take the Q&As, so which will be the continuation of, like yesterday some of the members have again asked a few questions, so we will discuss on that. Yes, so on an ongoing basis, so whenever you're getting some doubts, keep posting it. So this week 3 is about Q&As plus trying to take more actions to get closer to the results. Okay, because knowing it ideas is only the first step. The actual game is about implementation and long-term implementation. So we will be doing Q&As, and then we will today again do the day review about how our today went. So yesterday we have created a checklist. So let's see how much we have actually executed, what are the current measures and metrics. Okay, so we will focus on that. Plus at the same time, we will be planning up activities for tomorrow as well. Okay, so guys, can you all hear me properly? Is everything good? Can you just confirm in the chat and then we'll get started. Confirm everyone. Okay, okay, coming through. So chalo, let's get started straight away with the Q&As and then we'll move to the other activities. Okay, so here we go. So where are the questions? Yesterday's attendance, yesterday was 18th and here it is. Okay, okay. So sharing my screen. so that we can keep the question on the screen and then we will discuss about the answers one by one. Okay, so let's go 18th. Okay, so somebody says, there is the first question. Okay, book recommendations. Okay, could you please suggest a few books? Actually, if you guys can see the sheet which I shared yesterday about the day tracking, as part of that, there is already one sheet of books, and those are all of my recommendation itself. Okay, so if you can just, I'll even show you guys that as well. Okay, now just look at this. So this is the reference sheet where we shared yesterday, where you were supposed to add your task. I've created already a title there called as books, and I have all these books, whatever is mentioned here, I have read every single one of them. And apart from this, there are many other books also which I have read, but these are something which I personally feel could be the starting point for you guys if you have not started with any books to read in your life. Okay, it's categorized into different sections. It's completely up to you of how you want to proceed forward as part of your life priorities. But yes, there are books about success, productivity, habits, bouncing back from failures, thoughts and the mindset, and regarding the financial aspect of things. Okay, and all these books, if you are looking for success, all these books are my recommendation. There is no specific order of this. So you can start with basically any of the book depending upon the category that you want to choose. Okay, I'll not spend time in elaborating it. So you pick it up, go to Google, see a summary about the book. If it makes sense for you to take it, go ahead. My personal suggestion will be pick a book which solves your current life problems. Okay, so that's how your thumb rule should be. If you are a beginner right now and you have never done book reading habit and you want to get started with something, I think productivity is the best place to always start, because it is something which will pump you properly to take actions all throughout the day and getting results. So I think your hunt should start with productivity as a section. This will really help you to be more focused during the day for getting results. And then if you're caring about habits, you can move to the habit section. If you have a doubtful mindset, you can pick up this kind of mindset related book, and then you can look for success, and then you can move to money and all the other areas. But I think if you have not done anything, productivity is a nice starting point. And already in the yesterday's sheet, it is shared. Let me again paste this link if anybody is new or don't have that link of yesterday. Okay, so I'm copying it, pasting it here. Okay, so here's the link. In this, books are already available. Okay, somebody says, can I go through audio books? So yes, I also do most of my reading via audio book, so that works. But there are again pros and cons about everything. Okay, basically there are multiple formats by which you can consume books. Okay, one is audio format, one is the soft copy PDF versions, one is the hard copy, the book which you actually purchase, and next there could be summaries written in the form of blogs and summaries written in the form of maybe audio summary or a video summary. There are 5 ways by which you can consume books. Okay, let me tell you, everything has its own pros and the cons, and you need to really get matured enough ki which approach will give you what kind of output. Okay, if you want a very shortcut just to understand the idea and the concept, in such case, taking up a summary is a good place to go. You can take a YouTube wise video summary or a blog written about it. It will directly tell you the core topics that will speed up your learning like anything. But it comes to a point ki then those ideas you have to further work on implementing it. Okay. Next, if you want to read book end to end, okay, the approach which I suggest is the audiobook approach, because it is like 5 hours, 10 hours of audiobook. It is possible that in 1 month easily you can finish it. If you straight away pick a hard copy book, you just start, complete 10 pages and the rest of the book stays untouched. So that model did not work for me. So audiobook I take and I make sure that 10 hours, it's an easy thing. While doing something also, you can finish it. So by that way, audiobook helps in completion of the work. Okay, that is really going to be useful there. But the thing is ki if you read it from hard copy, okay, you will remember it for a long period of time. That's the magic of reading from hard copy book or a soft copy book. When you see the text, when you read it line by line, you will somehow remember it for a very long time. In audiobook, you will tend to forget. So my model is I take audiobooks, but the same book I might have read it, let's say 5+ times. Okay. And I keep repeating the books again and again, again and again, again and again. Why? Because I'm trying to make my mind like the book. I'm not trying to know the techniques. I'm trying to change my thought process of what is there in the book so that my full life changes. So I'm getting it to that level of implementation when it comes to audiobooks or any of the books technique. You have to implement it, right? So my suggestion will be take audiobooks, get started. It will give you a positive feeling that you're at least finishing your books. That's a very positive benchmark to be. And once you have started finishing, whichever book you feel you will go multiple number of times and you need to dive a lot about it, I would suggest purchase a hard copy. Some book which you will go over and over. Like this, there should be at least 5-10 books in your library where it is purchased like a hard copy. When you read it every single time, that will add value. So approach, take audiobooks. Okay, next, complete those. Second, if you want a soft copy version of many books to get one particular paragraph or a chapter, you can take that. After that, if you really want some book you will read for the next 50 years of your life, I would prefer purchase that book and have a hard copy with you and keep it there for the next long life for you. Okay, so that's how you should take the benefit of every stage. If you want a short technique, taking a summary and moving ahead is important, but majorly I understand that it's a long-term game of success and you have to keep repeating same book multiple number of times. So I go through the audiobook and completely change my mind. Okay, so this is what will be my suggestion, and I practically found a lot of life benefits coming to me because of this power of book reading. My life started changing because of this book reading itself. Okay, my thought process, actions, behaviors, everything. So it's a highly recommended to actually start book reading as part of your journey as well. Okay, okay. Now chalo, let's get started with the next question. Okay, somebody says nothing for now, just need to stick to the plan, and the game is about execution. Okay, very good to know that you guys know the facts. Yes, it is all about execution. Next, moving on to the next question. Okay, now next question, pasting it on the screen, team. Thoda saath mein think along with me as well. Okay, my question is, I never understand HR point of view. I have given many interviews, but all I hear back is we will get back to you, or wait, or wait, we'll let you know. And many interviews are also cleared. Okay, so somebody is struggling with the HR mentality here. Okay, now dekho, I'll tell you few behind the screen stories, okay, of what really happens in the industry, because I've been hiring since past 7+ years. I know what people do, I know what companies do, at least from what I am aware. Let me share. There might be some more things, but let me share my perspective. Okay, when a candidate is actually, at least as part of our Indian culture, this is really very bad, but I have seen in other countries this culture is not that much. Okay, so we need to know, okay, we are making mistakes somewhere, and that's where these consequences, HRs will also do things like this to you. Okay, well, firstly, what happens, team? Okay, whenever one candidate like you is looking for a job, what many people do is, even after getting an offer, they still continue looking for another job of a better pay, and they keep showing, I have this much offer, give me more, give me more, give me more. Okay, and what does that mean? You, let's say, clarify interview with multiple companies and you're going to join only one of the company, and that means from your side you're actually cheating with, let's say, n-1 companies, right? If you cleared 5, you took 5 offers, you join only one, you cheated with remaining 4 companies, right? And HRs know this fact. Candidates are going to do this kind of thing. So there is automatically the trust is shaken. no matter how much package is being offered, the trust is already broken, because there is a high chance even if you roll an offer to a candidate, he's going to go forward. So HR also thinks from that perspective, okay, this position, okay, I have to have multiple candidates lined up to occupy the same position. I cannot count on one person. Okay. For that, what they do is, for the same position, they try to hire or at least keep options of multiple people open. Maybe they will keep like 5 people, 10 people open for the same position. They might not really roll the offer letter. Why? Because they are trying to see who is the best candidate fit for this particular position. And many of the time, this example which you are listening from HR, even though candidates pass the interview, the HR is still looking for, is there any other better candidate than we can find from this person? And that is where they just generically tell this, okay, please wait till we find, we will get back to you. And they are still hunting for, is there any more worthy candidate than this one? Okay. And the point is, let's say after a lot of struggle, and if you do a follow-up multiple times, that shows your commitment to join that company. So you should do the follow-ups with the HR in that case. That shows your interest for joining for that position. That will improve the chance of giving you the offer. But otherwise, yeah, they might look for some other candidate. And if he's more convincing to join for that position, so then he would be getting the offer. And till the time they have not released offer, so they are not liable for anything, right? So this is why companies say this. There are other situations also. Okay, project is going to come in future. They are just keeping the interview and the candidates ready so that once the project is finalized, then they will roll offer for you guys and onboard of that project. But there are some times when those upcoming projects might drag a lot, even for the matter of like 3 months, 6 months. In such cases, they don't even roll the offers also. They are just keeping the candidates ready on standby, that when the project comes, then we will be rolling the offer for these people. Okay? So it's all unfortunate situation. You cannot predict what is happening behind the screen. Okay. Or there might be another news. There are, let's say, 2-3 positions opened. Okay. Right now, those guys are serving notice and there is a position open for hire. Now, all of a sudden, the employee might say, no, I'm taking back my resignation. I don't want to go. Right. So now what happens is, what to do with this position which is open? They don't really. So, okay, n number of things can happen behind the screen. They might have found another better candidate, or the projects might be on hold, or right now they are saying, okay, just keep the candidates waiting in pipeline. Whenever business approves, then we will onboard them. There could be a lot of drama happening behind the screen, which is not practically visible to an employee. Okay? And that to juniors cannot visualize those things. My suggestion to you will be, consider every of this interview as just another option. Okay. Don't count on any one of the company. Okay, they are going to 100% give you offer, even if interview is clarified. Your approach should be, okay, give your interview the best that you can and follow up with them very regularly till the time you get offer. But don't wait for one company. Parallelly, try to work with other companies, and whoever is putting you on hold, keep following up with them multiple number of times. Okay, what happened? Give me like joining letter. Give me joining letter. When are you going to give it? It's being so long. But in your mindset, you are not waiting for one of the company. You are parallelly going for many other companies, and somewhere then something will click. But just know it, ki waiting for one company is not the good option. I have seen people getting offer letter after 4 months from the time the interview was cleared. Okay, 4 mahine baad they actually got the offer letter. So companies have their processes and a lot of other drama as well. So you need to have your options known. Okay, you cannot count on one of the company for getting your stuff done. Okay, anything can happen behind the screen. Follow up with them regularly and keep hunting for new companies till the time you get the offer. Once you get the offer, canceling the offer really becomes hard. That's where companies don't cancel it once they have already rolled an email. So then you are supposed to join that company. So till the time you get offer letter, this is another tip for guys. Without offer letter, okay, don't quit your jobs. If the other company says, okay, I will give you the offer letter, can you send me a resignation email? Don't do that nonsense. First, bolo, okay, bhai, you give me an offer letter. Once you get it, then only you should put papers in your current company. Otherwise, you will get into a very big mess. Okay, other companies also not onboarding, and these guys have also resigned. Such cases like this happen. So don't do that mistake. Always get the offer letter first, then you plan your actions. Okay, okay, fine. That's the question. Next. Okay, next question. how to improve in design pattern coding. Okay, again guys, it is matter of your logical thinking should grow. You should know the design patterns, you should understand project use cases, and then you should learn on how to implement these project use cases using design pattern. It's all matter of practice. Magic will not happen. So your steps should be, first you need to know what are project use cases. Second, you need to know what are the design patterns. Third, you have to know how to implement these design patterns in these requirements. It will come only with practice and reading more on internet. Read the blogs, read the scenarios. Okay, this pattern, this design pattern, for what use cases are actually applicable. There will be a lot of blogs written with multiple real-time examples. The more you read, the more your brain can figure out. And then when the project requirement is given to you, something will come in the mind, hey, can I implement that pattern here? So it is all time-taking process, but you have to think a lot about it from practical perspective. That is how you are going to be good in knowing these things. So all the three factors. Okay? Know the design patterns, know this design pattern applicable for multiple use cases, read it on internet. Next, in your project which you are doing, try to think how you can fit this design pattern. And the more you do it, the more you will become better in implementation of this. Okay? Okay, next question. Okay, could you share your daily routine? Okay, it's again simple. From next Monday, hopefully we will have Ramzan Eid, I think by the end of this week itself, and mostly from next Monday we will again be starting our morning routine session, where every day live we will be connecting morning 6:30 a.m. for the morning routine activities. Okay, so we have already been doing it since past 2 years along with the current batch. Also from Monday onwards, morning 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. session will start. Okay, and I think already like 20-30 members of our group connect as part of that time as well, and they found a lot of benefits in that. So that's how my day starts, with like 6:15 in the morning. That's when my alarm rings. I wake up 6:30 in the morning. Then we do 1 hour of morning routine together, which is 20 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of reading, listening to an audio program, which could be about great thought mindset. We read together in the call, we read that audio program. Okay, after that, for the remaining 30 minutes, yes, sometimes we do the day planning, sometimes we do the discussions with one another, but majorly the thing is early in the morning. Okay, you have to do the day plans, you have to spend time in working out, you have to go out in the nature and the sun. You have to do that because it keeps your mind and the body healthy and active. Next, every day in the morning I read books. Every day in the morning I do skill upgradations. I have taken a full 1-year subscription of LinkedIn learning package, which is like 15,000 a year, and I can do n number of courses in that LinkedIn learning, so that I keep making a default habit. Every day I read books for 1 hour, skill upgrade for 1 hour, morning workouts, meditations, and walking in my garden. Okay, so walking under sun in the garden. This is how my morning starts. Then taking a cold shower every single day. Once all this thing is done in the morning, then looking at the plan for today, what am I supposed to do, and then attacking. Okay, so yes, all these morning related activities we will be working with you guys also if you want to upgrade your lifestyle, and that is where I've created this morning session where 6:30 onwards we will start implementing, and I'm really trying to split up key what should happen as part of 9 to 10 session and what should happen with the 6:30 to 7:30. And I think slowly the morning sessions will start getting more valuable. It's already running in my mind how to get it out. So I'm trying to have a clean separation, which helps both guys for lifestyle fixing as well as career advancement. So I think it's going to get very more valuable. Okay, it's running in my mind right now. So yeah, this is how it starts. Run the full day, evening we connect, we review, and we move forward. So that's how is the daily routine. Okay. Somebody says informative session. Yes. Okay, next question. Okay, how to know about upcoming walk-in interviews in our city, and is it better to join a startup or MNCs? Okay, dekho, first of all, I don't know if there is any specific website where this information is available. Okay, is anybody aware of that, guys? Is there any specific websites where this information will be there? Is anybody aware of it? Because I don't know whether it is there like that. Okay, and if anybody is aware, just put it in chat so that I can help to people. or if anybody can answer this first question, so you can just give your suggestions in that. I'll say what I feel about it is you have to be constantly up to date on a daily basis, Googling out, okay, what are the upcoming interviews in your city? Okay, somebody says Quora Pay you can find, or there could be YouTube channels where they are posting about upcoming interviews, or simply Google Pay, what are the upcoming interviews in, let's say, Hyderabad or Bangalore. Okay, so point is, by that way, Google is going to search through so many websites, show you the list, but you have to do that activity on a daily basis. Thoda clicking, searching kind of activity has to happen. And somebody is saying all the walk-ins from Naukri itself, you can know it. But yeah, this is what I would say, daily basis, search for that. Okay, all walk-ins in, let's say, your particular city. And you will find it via scrolling through web on Google or via these kind of job seeking platforms, and then accordingly just know it. So that's how you have to approach. Okay, so I'm not sure Central Place as anybody website is doing it or not right now. Okay, okay, fine. Second, whether to join and start up an MNC. Everything has its own pros and cons. I've worked with MNCs, I've worked with startups, I've worked with both. Okay, startups teach you a lot, okay, in terms of responsibility, ownership, end-to-end work culture. Startup teaches a lot, okay, and it is very hardcore work. You cannot stay casual. Like 6.5 days I used to work when I was working for startups. Okay, like Saturday bhi full day kaam rehta tha, Sunday ka bhi half of the day it was work, half day Sunday ka second half was off, and we used to work in the mornings 4 a.m.s. That's how our day used to close. So we used to go at office like maybe around 11 and then work full, and then till midnight time full, and then morning 2 a.m.s, 3 a.m.s, 4 a.m.s, we used to come down to that high-tech city, eat vada pav, chai, garma garam, ginger tea with friends, silent roads. It was amazing environment. And I did that kind of work for like 1 year, okay, when I was with the startup. So know it, great efforts will be required. It is not for weak-hearted people. Responsibility will be more, ownership will be more, dedication is expected. You cannot half compromise it because it is startup. It is about survival and existence. Okay, and it will teach you a lot. I became majorly who I am in my career and so much fast ahead in my life because of working for startup. Okay, that's how I grew. Yes, MNCs are pretty stable. It is very mature. MNCs also have challenging role. But what I saw of MNC is out of 10-member team, 4 people does the good work, remaining 6 are below average people. And they don't even care about much of their career growth, time pass type public. Because aise dikhi, but I am not sure whether that's the real case with everyone. But 40% people of a team will really be good, remaining 60 will be like average or below average. And they don't even much care about their career growth. They believe in time pass and casual kind of life. So I was never able to relate with such kind of people. So yeah, MNC is more stable. You learn process more nicely. And in MNCs, you can do good work, but thoda sa ownership, you have to take it and belong in that top 40% of the people. Next, on-site opportunities and all will be always better with MNCs if you stick there for a long time. Startup ka to alag hota hai. Okay? And but yes, in startups, if they are giving shares and all, and if it really clicks, it will add a lot of value as well. So my suggestion, join startup. It will teach you a lot. And after spending few years there, then you can look for MNC, which will give you a nice work-life balance and stability of a lot of things. Okay? Fine. Chalo. Okay. Next question. Okay. Pasting the question here. Today, actually, a lot of already 9:30 happening. Okay, next. Know the proper way to achieve our desired goals and valuable suggestions. Thank you. So this is just, okay. Good that you guys are getting a value out of this. Okay, keep applying, keep applying. Next question. What needed to perform hackathon to appear qualification? Okay, I think it's just, you have to search. There is nothing like specific criteria. You just go to every hackathon which is being offered, read the description there. Are they having any entry criteria for that? Generally, people might not have it. Majority of, if you can know that technology, if you can work on it, maybe they'll directly enroll. So there is no standard basically. You look for hackathon, read the description, what they are expecting for, and you will be worthy for that. Okay? And Just there will be a lot of hackathons conducted even globally. So search for that and you will find it. So there is nothing major about it. Okay. Okay. Second, next question. Okay. Switching the technology of having experience 4 to 5 years in IT. Okay. Next, can you please tell about future? Is it good? If yes, people will have high expectations like designing or taking leadership, and how we can meet these expectations. Okay. Dekho guys, this is something really important for everybody to understand. Okay. I think this is a very good question, and everyone should have definite clarity on this one. It's not just about one particular aspect. Okay. IT industry expects a professional to grow. Get the understanding of that. Okay. IT is not much dependent upon what technology you bring on the table. Okay. There is expectation based upon how much time have you spent on the industry. So if you are having like 5+ years of experience, it doesn't matter what technology you can offer. But as soon as your expectation becomes 6, you will be expected to lead teams, get better in designing. You cannot go back to like, hey, treat me like a junior, I am into a new technology. IT will never expect that from you. So if you have spent 4 years on, let's say, Java, and now you are saying, I want to get to Angular, and I'm a beginner in Angular, IT does not care. IT will be like, it's your choice. We are hiring you for your 6 years of experience, and accordingly, you are getting paid. Even though in Angular, if you are having like whatever, you're not going to lower your salary, right? With 5 years, if your package is, let's say, 15 lakhs, okay, next hike you switch a technology, next hike you will be taking, let's say, of 18 lakhs or 20 lakhs. So in that case, IT doesn't expect khali 6 months or 1 year you have worked in Angular, so we will lower the expectation. That doesn't happen. So you will be expected to perform a role based upon the experience that you carry on the table and the money that you draw. Okay. And even if you switch whatever technology, there is not going to be any concession for you. You will be expected to perform a bigger level role, senior level role, design level role, whether you have done that technology or not done that technology. Okay? Thoda bahut a bit up and down might happen, but that's not going to be very much differentiation. You have to justify the money which you're drawing and the experience which you're carrying. And with senior experience, there comes responsibility. Even if you go to a different technology exposure, you will be expected to learn things in a matter of 6 months and not be an independent developer, rather add value to the rest of the team member as well, because there will be other juniors having 3 years of experience. You cannot say that they have 3 years of experience in this technology, I have only 1, so consider them bigger than me. It's not possible, because your package is already on a higher side. Okay? So yes, people will have high expectations because you carry that kind of experience and that kind of package. So you would be expected to do designing and leadership. You will be expected regardless of what was your past technologies. It's your choice to switch or not switch. So the right approach which you people should have is, regardless of any technology that you have, you should be able to learn anything, work on anything. Don't get too much stuck with only one technology. And you have to expect what role is expected out of you. You have to perform that in any technology that you go for, because your package will always climb up. So your roles and responsibilities will always climb up. So get to that state as early as possible. I've seen people 8 years tak Java pe kaam kiya, all of a sudden a project came, they said work on React JS, and he said, hey, I have not done React. So they said, okay, learn quickly within like 2 weeks and start working on that. Okay, these kind of things happen in industry. And if that guy is saying, no, I cannot do that, then they are like, we don't have any other project for that in such case. So maybe you can just move out of the company in that case. Okay, so you have to know you are an IT professional, software developer, not specifically of any technology. And as the world is changing with AI tools coming up and a lot of other things, don't get too much hung up with any one technology, because things can get outdated anytime. So you have to have the flexibility to learn anything, switch anything, and know the expectations of the market for that role. Technology is not a thing behind the screen. Okay, fine. This is what will be my suggestion. Okay, somebody says thank you, somebody says great session. Okay, next question. Okay, I have 1.2 years of experience in DevOps, and last month I left the job because of some reason. So how time gap is not reflect in my profile? देखो guys, you cannot mold the reality in such case. I personally feel you should be as honest as possible for the occasions that you have to be. Okay. So firstly, in such case, I would not really like to cover up for the next 3 months. I would rather give a justification okay, why I am not in job, and I'll give them a story. Okay, this happened, and that's where I made a choice to come out of this project. And since past 3 months, I am not in any of the project. And you should try to get a different job within the next 3 months itself. And you can say, since past 3 months, then I've been practicing, learning this, that, but I have other family priorities. So I had to do this, and I went outside, I did all that thing. Now I'm trying to come up back in the IT industry. Till 3 months, it is not going to be a problem. Even if you are not currently working, but you are saying, I have practiced it, because your experience is pretty small there. But as soon as more than 3 months happen, and if you are not in any project, that starts becoming a concern. Okay. So in such case, point is you have to do whatever it takes to get to the job as early as possible. You can always tell them a story ki I was doing, let's say, freelancing projects, or I worked with one of my friends, started a startup, and for them I was working. You can always put these kind of statements, but in all such case, you have to have some maybe documentation or proof about it. Okay. So if you really want to not show that gap, you can tell all these stories. My friend started a startup, and for 6 months I was working there without any payroll and all. But in such case also, you would have to show maybe at least offer letter or something of your friend's company. By that way, you can cover up. But I would suggest you don't drag too much, get 100% in the game and try to get back to the industry. Don't let this time gap widen. Okay. If it becomes too much high, check the references of some people and try to arrange experience if you can with your friends and family, and then get in the industry. But don't let this gap widen. 3 months tak koi problem nahi. More than 3, the gap expands, that will start having concerns ki maybe you are not able to get back in the industry. That might have concerns. So this is what will be my suggestion. Okay. Next question. Know the proper way to achieve our desired job by following the valuable suggestions. Thank you. Okay, next. Certification is more important than knowledge, and theoretical knowledge is more important than practical knowledge in the interview. Yeah, this is where I think as students we think a lot. Okay, but yeah, maybe because lack of awareness, इसीलिए तो होता है. ठीक है. देखो, first of all, I think if you genuinely ask your heart, forget about what is right or wrong in this. If you genuinely ask your heart, what will come is you should have a good knowledge. Anybody will always say that, right? Genuinity, yes, you should have a good knowledge. And the second thing, yes, you should have a practical knowledge. So your first thumb rule should be you should have a good knowledge, and yes, you should have a practical knowledge. Matlab, you should be able to do things. Okay. But now let's speak about one by one both. Ki along with your good knowledge, if you are certified, that is a proof that you have good knowledge. Because the world realizes, okay, if he is having certification, that means he has really good knowledge. At least he has passed some examination. Okay, without a certification, you have to really convince people based upon your knowledge and examples and talking and interview. If you have a certification, that will give you additional value, because even if you are not going, your resume goes to them and there it says, I am certified as XYZ professional, which carries a bigger value, because in your project, whether you're certified or not, you will cover all your knowledge in your resume. So my suggestion will be, first gain the knowledge, because without knowledge, even certification, just hacking interviews, tests will not work out. So step 1, gain the knowledge. Step 2, if you so don't wait for getting certified for really applying or growing in IT industry. Gain the knowledge. Next, parallelly keep doing certifications, because it becomes a proof of certified professional, and it adds to your resume and you can circulate it more. So that's how your steps should be like that. First, gain the knowledge and then parallelly keep adding certifications to your plate, because the industry will, people will be like, okay, so he's certified. So that means he has definitely done something in that area. Okay. So this is how it is. It is not about more important, but having it will give additional advantage compared to not having it. But knowledge is more important than certification always. Okay. And the second thing, theoretical knowledge and practical. Okay. Point is, you need to have both. You need to have both. There is no escape about it. Now, the reason being, theoretical knowledge means you understand what is happening behind the screen in your projects or in your concepts. Okay, when you are using cash, how things happen, and then you are able to explain those internal concepts and the behind the screen story. That shows that you really know the things. But when you do things practically, okay, you will be able to explain your theoretical knowledge properly. So don't get stuck with this student mentality, ki, why should I mug up things? So it is not like that. Point is, do you understand things? And you will understand things if you are actually practically coding and reading about the concepts. So it's not about this or this. In interviews, you would have to express things based upon your theoretical knowledge, but your theory knowledge will be good only if you are practically working on that and understanding the things. Okay, so this is what I would like to suggest. Practice it more, read more about it. Theory knowledge is not like rattu pattu type. Theory knowledge means you understand how things work. That is again logical thinking. It's not mug up answers. It is your understanding. So for interviews, you need to carry your understanding, not theory knowledge, your understanding knowledge, and your understanding will be good if you are practical person, not mug up and bookish. Interview mein agar mug up bookish hai, people understand that and they'll be like, nahi chahiye. So if you can do it, so that's what is the answer. Okay? So first, gain the knowledge, and then having certifications will be added advantage. Second, you have to, it's not about theoretical knowledge, but it is about understanding any concepts. And then practically you have to be good anyways, because then you can talk very professionally in the interview if you have practical exposure. And such people get very easily distinguished in interview, who actually know stuff versus who have read stuff. It's very easy to catch or split these two people in interviews. Okay? Fine. So this is what will be my suggestion. Go for actual person, not fake of a person. Actually become somebody valuable, and that's how you have to go forward. Okay. Next. I have many questions, but the main question is in an interview, what type of questions will be asked for freshers? Okay. And I don't have any questions in my mind right now, but if I get any questions, I'll directly ask it, blah, 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 blah. Okay. For freshers, I would firstly suggest go to Google, search, okay, what are the fresher questions for your whatever technology it is. You will find so many of the blogs, read about it, and the answer will be the summary of whatever, let's say 10 blogs you read or 10 articles you read. The summary of that will tell you what is expected for a fresher. That's how you should be. Okay. Additionally, if you ask me, I would say freshers should have a thinking brain. They should not be dumb people. Given any problem, they should try to think, okay, oh, maybe this solution or that solution. That means they should have a capability to think and respond and solve the problem, which will come only when they have a sense of thinking. Okay, so dumb people ke liye, anyways, it's not going to work out. So you have to practice a lot and get your state where the brain can think, oh, if this happens, can we do like this? Can we do? You might be right, you might be wrong, that doesn't matter. But you need to think and respond. If this happens, what can you do? If you're dumb there, muted, so you're not the right person. So you might be completely wrong in your response, but if you can think and give a logical explanation, maybe I can do it like this to solve the problem. And you might be completely wrong, still it gives a value to you. Why? Because you're able to think something on the spot and respond on the spot. So that is what is my first measure. The person should be able to think and respond given any problem. Logical approach. Okay? Second, whatever technology you say you know, you should really know it. The basics about that technology, you should really know it. Okay? Whatever is that technology, you should be able to tell the concepts clearly. You should be able to write some piece of code in that technology properly. So that is the second level expectation. Okay? Coding bhi aani chahiye, and you should be able to explain the core concepts very nicely. Third focus will be, if you are saying whatever project you did, you should be able to properly justify that. Okay, what did you do in the project? What were the challenges? How did you build the database? How did you build a middle layer? So that project related, your work explaining is going to carry the difference. So yeah, these are the three basic things. And plus you need to have that energy and spark. Yeah, I want to learn, I want to give my dedication, and that kind of excitement of working should be there. So at least for me, these are the four things. Plus on top of that, basics of data structure and all, that's part of any core technology. Those things will be there always. Okay, but yeah, this is what it is. Okay, already answered. So please apply that. Okay, don't be nervous. Nervous and underconfident logo ka kuch nahi hota hai. Okay, so if a fresher is nervous, so then we are like, okay, thank you, please go. You cannot be self-doubting. Okay, you have to be like, okay, I will experiment, I will try. Attitude should be like that. You cannot be nervous or underconfident. That's not going to work out for you as in interviews and even on the company while you're working on the floor. Okay, fine. Next says, nice information. Thanks for the Q&A. Second says, it was good session. Fine. Okay. So answered the Q&As. Okay. Hope got some value out of it. The session is recorded and is available on YouTube as well. You can walk through it again. Okay. Fine. Guys, all the people who have still other questions, as part of today's attendance, put it there and then you guys can get going. Okay. Next questions we will be taking tomorrow. Fine. Now we have some time for this call to get over. Okay. There are multiple things I wanted to touch, but before really then touching the topic for today, let's do a quick two things, guys. Let's review how our today went and let's do the planning for tomorrow, because that will give a additional value. Okay. So everybody, please go to your Excel sheet setup, which you guys did yesterday, where you have done all your daily task activities, and go there, everyone, and start filling your counters for 19th of April. Whatever tasks you did, just add 1 and the zeros against each of the counter. Chalo, everyone. Let's review the day, everybody. These questions are really important because even if it could be other question, but you might have some variations of that in your mind, which will give clarity for everyone to think properly. That's where these questions are useful for everyone. Okay, everybody go to your Excel sheet and fill up your full like task completion ratio from morning till right now. Add a ones and zeros against the column. And if you're done with that, just in the chat, confirm how much is done out of how much. Okay, just like yesterday. Chalo, everybody. Chalo, dekhte how our today went. This technique is called as measuring your progress. So it's not about one time planning it and then thinking things will happen. It will not happen. You have to take actions daily. And how can you take daily is when you measure on a daily basis, are you on track to take daily actions? That's how you build consistency. Otherwise, you will stop in between after 1 week and you'll be like, nothing is happening in my life. Don't do that. Okay, somebody says 2 out of 9. Okay, that's a realization. So at least, yes, if you track daily, you will know that, oh, you're way off the mark, what is expected from you and what you're doing. So it's a good thing that you're tracking. Okay, somebody says 6 out of 8. Be honest to yourself, guys. Dunya ke liye nahi kar rahe. We are doing this thing for ourselves, our own progress. Please fill. Somebody says 6 out of 9, 10 out of 14. Everybody, please do the task calculations. Sum it up. How many tasks were you able to finish out of how many? And put it in chat. Let's see. And be honest to yourself, guys. Dunya ko dikhane ke liye we are not doing this. We are doing it for ourselves. 5 out of 8. 6 on 10. Okay. Other members also, please, everybody do this. Actions will change you guys, nothing else. 7 on 10. Okay. Mention both the numbers, what out of how much. Take 1 more minute, go to your Excel sheet. Please add your tracker, how much you completed today. Five out of 10, 7 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 12, 2 out of 10. Okay. More guys, some more. Whoa, 12 out of 13. Now this is good. Shruti. Okay. Next, 4 out of 7. Okay. Now, देखो. ठीक है, everybody. Just throw focus here. Okay. Whatever your count is. देखो, first of all the guys who are not doing it, let me tell you, you will face problems in your life. Okay. Why? Because you don't know whether you are on track or off track for achieving your goal. As simple as that. If you don't track your progress on a daily basis, you don't know whether you are on track or not on track. And a confused mind is never going to reach to the goal, because you don't even know what you will improve, what you will improve. You cannot measure your progress towards your goal. So life mein problems aayenge, and that is guaranteed because your approach is broken. Okay? Now, so first suggestion for all the guys who have not done it. Yesterday I shared the Excel sheet. We started tracking. There are many who have done it, but those who have not done it, I would sincerely request you to do it. Listening is not going to add value to your life. सब कुछ होने के बाद भी you will be like, job नहीं लग रहा, why this is happening, why that? Because you are not willing to work, so your results of life are not willing to change. You are responsible for your life. That's what it is. Okay. Now the second thing. Okay. ठीक है. Somebody is saying 2 out of 10. Somebody says 5 out of 6. Okay. Now the point is, you measured your progress today, and many of the guys, if we see, total expected is much, and maybe we are half there or less than half, or there is a gap between where we are right now versus where we want to be. Okay. Thoda sa dekho. Now there could be multiple things, but this is what, when you review, you get a chance to improve tomorrow. Okay. Now everybody try to really analyze. If you have set up, let's say, I want to do total 8 tasks every single day. Okay. The example bodo, total 8 karna hai. Point is it practical, or are you setting up a bigger target for yourself, which is not even achievable? Thoda give a thought, everyone. Whatever is your maximum task, today I am supposed to do 6 tasks or 10 tasks or 15 tasks, whatever. First, answer to yourself, is that practical expectation, or are you demanding too much out of yourself and you are not able to do it? Thoda socho iske bare. Is it an overcommitment? Okay. And maybe in your notepad somewhere, just write it. Okay, whether the tasks are really achievable for you or not achievable. Sometimes if you're trying to overcommit things, don't do that. Why do you want to torture yourself? Okay. So first, if you think your tasks are like too challenging for you, which is not practical to achieve, because many of you have not achieved it today. Okay. It is few short. Now let's see, is it overcommitment, and should you change the number of tasks? Should you reduce the number of tasks for tomorrow? Now think about this. Do you want to lower your number of tasks? Dekho guys, I'll tell you one thing. Your planning should be very precise. Okay. It should be key. If you say tomorrow I will do 3 tasks, you should complete 3 tasks. Because that's how IT industry works. In 2 weeks, we will complete 10 features, and you have to complete it. Okay. Yeah, at times one task might overflow, but ideally your planning should be that precise. It should be a practical, achievable planning. So now I want you, by tomorrow day ke liye, let's be a better person. Tomorrow we don't want this drama ke my goal was 10, I achieved only 3. Ye nahi chahiye. Okay. Reset up a target for tomorrow. Ki, be it you set ke tomorrow I'll do 4. But when you meet tomorrow evening 9 PM, achieve all those 4. It's okay even if you say tomorrow I want to do only 2. But whatever two you said, achieve those two when we meet. Let's now try to change the equation for tomorrow. Okay, whatever do you think is really practical for you, set that number. Okay, and try to analyze how you will achieve that number. So everybody do this calculation. Okay, maybe in your notepad or day planning sheet, just put this up. Maybe you can create it in a notepad and something. Set up a target ki how many tasks you will must achieve tomorrow. Now, really, you might have set up kitna bhi, 10, 15, 20, 100, doesn't matter. But how many number of tasks tomorrow you will guaranteed achieve, write down that number. This is how you get better. And I'm not saying set up overextended, set up practical. If you are saying 4, so set up 4, but by the end of the day, achieve 4. Set up 3, but achieve 3. Don't set up 9 and achieve 6. Now that's wrong planning. That's how you become better day by day. So guys, set up a commitment to yourself that tomorrow, how many tasks you will must and should finish, and write it down somewhere, maybe in the Excel sheet as a comment itself of 20 of April. And maybe in the comment, you can say, I will complete 7 tasks guaranteed. And now thoda practically socho. I'm not asking you to go over the boundary and do wear and tear to yourself, but whatever you say, achieve it. We have to get to that level of accountability with ourselves. Then only success comes. That means right now commitment itself is shaking. How the outcome will come if your commitment is shaking? Get practical. Apne pe kaam karna is important. Okay? And if you have fixed it, can you just type that number in the chat and write it as well? Okay? So type that number in the chat. How much must achieve target for tomorrow? What is that number for you? I'm not saying achieve everything, but set up a number which you will must achieve tomorrow, and then let's see tomorrow are we achieving it. Okay? But achieve karna hai guys. Okay? And do one thing. Whatever you are saying, the number you are saying, let's say 5 or 6 or 2 or 10, whatever you have said, go to that tasks and highlight it in a different color. Okay, highlight it in a different color. Let me share my screen and show it to you as well, what I'm saying, just to avoid any confusion. Plus, do it along with me. Okay, fine. I'm sharing my screen. Now, this is how you get better every single day. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Now, and whatever it is, doesn't matter. Even if you said ki ek karna hai, that is also progress. Ki you set 1, you achieved 1. So don't consider yourself bad. Okay, fine. So now let's say tomorrow is 20 of April. Okay, and I am just for example's sake, I am saying okay, I have these list of these many tasks to be done, which is total 13. But today I might have done, let's say, only 4. So that means I was not able to do the remaining so many of the tasks. Okay. Now my thought process should be okay. So 20 April, I was able to do today only 4. So now let's say I was able to do this. Okay. That means I was just able to do these number of tasks today. Now for tomorrow, which task I will guaranteed achieve? Now I'm saying, hey, today I was able to do 4. Tomorrow, let's target doing 6, because 13 is not possible for me. So tomorrow I want to target 6, let's say, for example, because today I know that I was able to do 4. So I know ki thoda boundary, and then try to analyze ki which should be those 2 other tasks which you want to do. And then here I am just putting in comment ki target 6. Okay, set kar liya, target 6. And now I am setting, I will be doing these 4. It's just planning, guys. There is no right way of doing it. It's just logically planning. Ye kar lunga, and what more can I do? Okay, daily apply for job portal for 1 hour. That's my task. Okay, yes, I will do this because it will give me more value. So isko bhi lagate hain. And maybe connecting with LinkedIn professionals. I said here daily with 20 people. You know, day 1 itself, it's not possible to connect with 20. You will say, okay, I'll connect with 4 people tomorrow. Now that's readjusting your plan based upon your day-to-day activities. And then I'm saying, okay, let me target at least connecting with 4 people. And then you set up this also. Now highlight whichever task you are going to finish it. Okay, highlight all that, and then it becomes 6 tasks. And tomorrow when we connect, let's see whether we have met at least 6 out of 6. Forget about 13 achievement, but at least 6 out of 6 are we able to do it. And agar wo bhi nahi ho raha hai, so let's review tomorrow back again. Okay, what should we improve day after tomorrow? By that way, today itself, what we have done is we have reviewed our today. We understood we are not able to complete fully, but then we are still planning for tomorrow. Okay, what should we really do? Okay, and let's do one more activity. Okay, why were you not able to do this thing today? Okay, just maybe in your notepad somewhere, just write down this question. Why were you not able to do this? What were the problems which you faced? And tomorrow isko overcome karna hai. Okay, so answer this question. Why were you not able to do these tasks today? As we said, within 5 days you will become better, and this is how you become better. You measure yourself. I was not able to do it. What was the problem? And now write down those problems and try that tomorrow. These problems should not come for the commitment of 6 which you have set up for yourself. If you can do that, you have advanced in your life 1 level up. This is how human beings grow. Now that's amazing. Ek din nahi ho raha hai, dusre din kar pa rahe ho. Now that's human being growing, more committed, more focused, more dedication. And if you can get this result, let me say your goal is just a result of this journey. A point will come when you will achieve 10 on 10 and you will be able to do it regularly. And then you will come up with more smarter ways of getting done work faster. That means you grew. And it's just a matter of few weeks ke andar bahut aage chale jayenge life. Now, guys, do this. Why were you not able to complete all the tasks today? Was that over challenging for you, or any distractions came to you? Were you not able to work for 10 hours? What was the problem in that? Try to figure that out. And whatever are the problems, try to see how you can avoid it tomorrow. How can you avoid these tomorrow? Even write down this. Answer these 2 things. And chalo, kal dekhte hai fir. Now you have a clear target. I'll even suggest you one more thing. And now, meanwhile, first answer these 2. Meanwhile, I'll share the attendance. First answer these 2. And this is how you grow every single day of your life. It's that easy possible to advance. Track your progress. Analyze why you're going wrong and how you can become better next day. And try to just become. If let's say 6 is also challenging, maybe tomorrow, do you want to set up 5? If 5 is also challenging, do you want to set up 4? But kabhi na kabhi to time aayega ke whatever you have set up, you will achieve it. For how long you will not achieve? Ek point aayega where you will start achieving it. Okay? And once you start achieving it, then you can increase these. And that's just a matter of days. That's how you can grow so much in like 2 weeks of time. Right now, we are not going because we are not measuring our progress. That's the problem. Okay, fine. So guys, answer these 2 questions. Why were you not able to do these tasks today? And how can you avoid these tomorrow? Avoid these distractions tomorrow and achieve your target. And guys, one final suggestion. Are you done with this? Have you written these answers, guys? Type it in chat. Okay, somebody says the problem was distraction and wrong planning. Okay, self-analyze, and try to improve tomorrow's planning. Try to avoid the distraction tomorrow. Come up with ways of how do you want to remove these blockers, because these blockers are stopping you to accomplish your results. Okay, some of the members are already adding in comments, okay, it's all about execution. So yes, the game is execution. And these are the problems. Somebody is saying, distraction, how to avoid distraction? Simple hai. Okay, at least give a commitment to yourself, ke 2 ghanta, I will just work on this. Switch off your phone, keep it away. As simple as that. Switch off your phone, keep it in a different room, lock yourself in one workplace, and say कि भाई 2 घंटे तक I will just work on this, I will not leave this place, I will not go on social media. Give a strong commitment. That's how you become focused. That's how you remove distraction. All these are simple excuses which you are allowing yourself to say. Remove your phone, switch it off, keep it aside. 2 घंटे के लिए just work on the task. You will just do it. That's how beautiful it is. Okay, ठीक है guys. तो चलो, I'm sharing the attendance link. So tomorrow there is this target, and whatever you have set up today, let's review it whether we accomplish it tomorrow or not. One suggestion I will give, okay, for everybody of how you can get these results done. Tomorrow, before your day is starting, let's say you wake up and before you start working on these activities, I would suggest, now this is going to be the difference between those who will achieve and those who will not. Tomorrow morning, before actually starting with your day, come back to this sheet. Look at what is the target. Okay, I want to do 6 today, or whatever is the target which you have set. And then read this, what was the problem today, and then think about how you will remove that tomorrow. And then aggressively say, okay, 6 to kuch bhi karke, I have to do it. And all throughout the day tomorrow, have this list with you and do it ongoing basis. Look at one task, finish it, then come back to the next. And one by one, mark this 6 checklist during the day itself. Don't wait for the end of the day for this checklist to be filled. And let me tell you, all those who will follow this approach, you guys will end up achieving 90% of this task tomorrow. All throughout the day. So before your day starts, look at this checklist, look at your commitment today. Che, I have to do it anyways, because you have given a commitment to yourself. Now, all throughout the day, keep the 6 with you, and one by one, take a task, finish it. Mark check as 1. Take the second, finish it. You will realize easily you will be able to achieve 90% of this task. And if you are not tracking it during the day, you will again come back saying, ek hi kar paya. Now that's the difference. Because I have tasks, now let me tell you, I have around 25 tasks to be done every single day in my checklist. And I end up achieving 22 plus almost on an average. Why? Because every single day in the morning, I review my full target for today, and then I sit and one by one, I look at the checklist, do, look at the checklist, do, done, done. And I don't need to fill this up by the end of the day because I have done all my tasks during the day itself. 80 to 90% I always achieve because my strategy of execution is now more stronger. And how did I reach to this 25 number? I started small with 5 and then kept adding more tasks to it. 7, 10, 15, and then potential kept rising. That's what is power of human being. And a point comes, 25 becomes easy. 25 become easy, and then you will target 30. Now that is where kaise kar pa raha hai? But it's simple. Advancing every single day, human potential rising every single day. Better in time management, better in planning, better in execution. That's how you will also grow. Fine. So chalo, giving you the Excel sheet, and you guys get started so that in 1 month you will be far better than who you are today. That's what, guys. Goal achievement is a result of the person you will become. Understand? Fine, sharing you the attendance for today. Or any question that you have, you can put it in the sheet. With regards to planning also, whatever questions you are struggling with, add it to the sheet. Tomorrow for the first 30 minutes, we will be again discussing that, and then we will go for the rest of the topic. But don't let these problems come in the way of your success, guys. Now, let me tell you, okay, mark the, given the attendance, guys, please fill it. अभी कम्युनिकेशन भी करना है. कंटिन्यू फ्लो में करते हैं guys, ठीक है? Don't worry, by 10:30 कम्युनिकेशन भी हो जाएगा. But that's how the daily consistency builds up. Every single day, repeat. Don't let excuses come in the way. Okay, मन नहीं है आज करने का. Don't let that happen. Okay, चलो, mark your attendance. Guys, देखो, I trust human beings. Okay, I know what is possible for human beings. That is where we are trying to do this. So don't tell it's not possible for me, because your brain is capable, your body is capable. Thoda, you have to believe and put yourself there, and results will start coming. Okay. Okay, so fill up your attendance. देखते हैं, by Friday you will be better than who you were by Monday. That's how in 1 week you will find कि यार कुछ तो अलग हो गया मेरे में. That's how human beings can grow. We don't need much time. We can change. And you need to know one thing. In the world where technology is growing at so much faster pace, human beings are not growing like that. We are growing in negative direction. More distractions, self-doubts, time wastage, more stress, more pain in life, not focused, losing hope in life, fighting with others, getting selfish. These qualities are expanding more in human beings. That means we are going in a backward direction. Technology is going in an upward direction. And this is not the right. And now you can see how much success advantage you have on the planet then. When human beings are going behind, if you can grow forward and then use this power of technology, a combination will make you successful. Now that's amazing. That's how success will become very easy for the people who really want it. So become that person. Don't follow the world and go in a backward direction, because 80% people on the planet will lose, and you should not be as part of that 80%. Life एक time मिली है. One day we all will be dead. फिर क्या करोगे? फिर forget about productivity, forget about dedication, forget about 12 घंटे काम और 24 hours work. Once you're dead, you're gone. You can do things only while you're alive, so do it. There is no second chance. Okay? Chalo. Now next thing, guys. Abhi communication पे काम करते हैं. Okay? Again, I'll quickly tell you 3 facts before we get started on communication today. Okay? It's the same 3 facts of yesterday, sorry. Guys, everyone who wants to improve on communication, please do it. Flow mein ho ja raha hai, guys. We are not spending too much time. It will just happen next matter of 10-15 minutes. I'm sharing my screen. If you're already good in communication, you can continue. Okay, you don't need to perform this task. But nahi hai, to definitely do this, because this has to grow. It is mandatory. Okay, for your interviews and everything. Now, let me tell you a few facts about this. How you grow in communication is you start slow. How do you learn driving a cycle or a two-wheeler? अचानक से भगाने नहीं लगते, right? If you're just boom, boom, boom or cycle fast, you will not learn. You have to grow slow, chota, slow as possible. That tells how much you are in control. And once you get that handle proper, then you can speed up. This is how you have to learn communication. You go slow, but do the basics right. Now this is very scary. 90-day communication challenge. If you repeat same mistakes for 90 days, you will become perfect in making mistakes. So you cannot do wrong things repeatedly for 90 days, because it will wire so badly in you. Improving will become very messy. So be aware. You cannot make mistakes for 90 days. Always you have to think, how do I improve? How do I try to do better tomorrow? And that improvement curve will make you extraordinary in 90 days. You repeat the same mistake, by the end of 90 days, or mess ho jayega. So now the approach is this. Go slow. Okay? Maybe if you don't know what to speak, yesterday somebody reached out, my full day summary happened in like 2 minutes itself. What should I say for 10-15 minutes? And try to achieve 10-15 minutes. Because this is what is happening in the interview also. If some question is asked, people are responding back with only 1-2 words like this. Oh, yes, it happens like that. That means you're not able to conversation. Okay, you're not able to create a conversation there. That's a problem. Okay, so point is, somehow you need to know how to respond with explanation. So wo skill be required. Now, if you are not able to do that, then maybe you pick up any topic of today which you can speak. Let's say you learned something new today, technology wise, or you're doing certification, or you did some project today, or you did job hunting today. Koi bhi ek topic leke try to elaborate it for 15 minutes. Okay, but try to figure out something to speak for 10-15 minutes, because the longer you speak, the better chances you will grow. Okay, if you're not finding anything, maybe go to Google, take a blog and start reading a blog. But point is, 15 minutes tak you have to speak for 15 minutes. Okay, now, so kuch bhi karke, guys, target 15 minutes. You might end up in 10, that is still fine, but target 15. Point is now, go slow. Maybe one sentence, no need to rush. Like driving a vehicle, go slow. But every word, try to pronounce properly, speak it loudly, and words should be clear. That's it. Focus on these three basics. Go slow, pronounce each word properly, be loud, be clear. Okay. And for pronunciation was this pen technique which we said yesterday. Okay. So before even starting with your 15 minutes activity, hold this pen in your teeth. Try to speak for 30 seconds like this. Dekho, yahan pe you see my jaw muscle starts engaging. When you hold your pen like this, these jaw muscles start engaging. And now, dekho, just look at me. If I want to read this statement properly, focus on pronunciation of each word properly. I'm using my lips properly, my jaw properly. I'm opening my mouth and clearly telling it loud. That is required. That is where first do this for 30 seconds. Hold the pen, read a paragraph of internet or whatever you want to say. Tell it for 30 seconds. Then remove it, start your audio recording and go slow. Tell every word clearly, be loud and clear, complete the recording. And once you're done with that, then mark your attendance. Okay, I'm pasting you the attendance right now itself, but by 10:30 p.m., mark your attendance, guys. I'm promising you in next 90 days, you will change if you just do the basics right. You will become far better than who you are today. Start trusting your human system. Okay, chalo, I'm sharing you the even attendance link of 90-day challenge. And daily, whenever you're done with this activity, keep marking the attendance. Okay, pasting it in the chat. Hey, don't worry about grammatical mistakes and all that. Somebody is saying कि grammatical mistake problem hai. We will work on that. Slowly karte. So first week ka focus is pe rakho. Trying to pronounce, and that's where if you are feeling too much of grammar problem, start reading the blog of internet, which is already grammatically correct. Okay? Maybe that's how you solve your current problem. You will upgrade in everything, guys. साथ में एक एक करके step by step लेंगे. Okay, so fine, guys. चलो continue with this. I have pasted the link. I will add this link communication wala in our WhatsApp group also, and mark it. 10:30 ko definitely you still have 10-15 minutes. By 10:30 close the activity and then move to the other things. Okay, chalo. Thank you all and have a nice fantastic day. See you guys tomorrow 9 p.m. Bye bye. Take care.